Is the theocracy in Iran an enemy of the American people and all people who refuse to adopt the theocracy's radical version of Islam?
Senator, I'm not a scholar in that regard, but I would say that Iran presents a clear and present danger to all those who do not bend.
Well, do you think they're our friend?
They are not our friend.
And how long have they not been our friend and the world's friend?
For many decades, sir.
How many innocent people has the theocracy in Iran killed because they refuse to adopt the theocracy's radical version of Islam?
Patriots, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something that ought to be plain common sense but apparently is too much for the DC elite to grasp. I just finished watching a Senate hearing where, once again, our military leaders and elected officials had to spell out the obvious. Iran is not our friend, never has been our friend, and God help us if we pretend otherwise. So buckle up, because we're going to break this down piece by piece, and I'm going to tell you exactly why this hearing should matter to every single freedom-loving American. You heard it yourself. The senator asked point blank, is the theocracy in Iran an enemy of the American people and all people who refuse to adopt their radical version of Islam? The general, bless him, tried to be diplomatic. But the truth is it's obvious. Of course Iran is our enemy. This is a regime that has murdered thousands upon thousands simply because people wouldn't bend the knee to their extremist ideology. That's not an ally, that's a fanatical dictatorship. Now, you'd think everybody in that hearing room could agree on this? But no. Some of the geniuses in Congress had the gall to call President Trump's decision to destroy Iran's nuclear capabilities impetuous. Impetuous? Are you kidding me? Let me explain something to these career politicians. When a hostile regime chants, "Death to America," and develops the technology to make that happen, you don't sit around and debate the finer points of their feelings. You act. You protect your people. That's called leadership. Let's not forget, Iran has been the #1 state sponsor of terror since the 1979 revolution. They've armed Hezbollah. They've killed American soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan with roadside bombs. They've funded proxy wars to destabilize the Middle East. And they'd do worse if they had a nuclear weapon. So when that senator said, if your neighbor says he's going to kill you, you should believe him, he was absolutely right. But apparently that's too straightforward for some in Washington, who'd rather hide behind academic language than acknowledge reality.